I spoke to Apple, right? And he pretty much offered me, if we have any rifle bodies, right? He'll either buy them off us, or he pretty much said like that he's got a new list of guns that he can sell. And for every 5 rifle bodies we like give to him or like sell to him or something, he can get us one of these like new guns that he has. Obviously one of them was this. So one of them was this heavy rifle, and then he had the advanced rifle, which is a 7.62 gun, and then the military rifle, I think, which is the 5.56 gun, and then also the M16s. But he pretty much, he said
the weapons game is, you know.
Yeah. But
he can get heavy rifles, as many as you want.
It seems like 1 for every 5 rifle bodies I give him.
Bro.
So you'd have to like hit cargo for him and shit.
We've been shagged by this plug, you know.
Yeah, well they
that sounds like he's got a blueprint.
I was gonna say either that or he's like cool with someone who does.
Interesting.
But he said like all those new guns were 60k, right? So like you could
60k for a heavy.
Yeah, and then if you give him the
fucking God,
but listen, you give him the rifle body and it gives you a 20k discount as well. So you get, so it's 40k.
We might have to rob the plug. I'm being dead ass. We might have to jack the plug.
As well, like I asked him this as well, like because obviously you had to buy the other guns doing it that way, right? You were technically spending like over 200k for the heavy or whatever. But I was like, well, if I get the rifle bodies and say I have 5 of them, can I just give you the 5 and like just get the thing? And he was like, yeah, well, I could give him 5 bodies if they're valued at 20k. That'd be 100k, right? And then he just gives us the, what's it called, the rifle, like any of those new rifles, plus 40k, I think.
Bro, come here this shit, yeah, come here this shit. So Apple has just said to Jim, right, that he can get him heavies, military rifles, what was the other one? Assault rifles, right?
Bullpup. Oh, the FAMAS as well.
60k per, right? And if you give him weapon bodies, he'll knock off 20k. So this plug that told me, oh yeah, all you gotta do is, to spend this much money, you can get heavy rifles. These are in testing right now, and they're very limited in the city. You're telling me we paid 75k per gun for some gun that's in testing that is now able to be got off of Apple for 60k, as many as you want, and 40k if you have gun bodies.
Bro, bun that plug off. What?
Bro, I think we robbed the plug.
How can we rob the plug though? He makes you wire the money.
Nah, but we could move Buki, bro, and we could try a robbery. See how badly he craves dollar signs, and we say, look, the way we've been doing this, I think his plug is the faceless, but I don't think he's the faceless. And at this point, I'm willing to fuck around and find out. Worst case scenario, the faceless goes, you just robbed us, and I go, all right, shit, here's your stuff back.
I mean, to be fair, he won't deal with me. So, like, if anything's going to happen to anybody, it's you. So, you know, you do.
It's all right. I've survived plenty in my time. I'm down to jack the plug, bro. I'm down to jack the plug.
If us robbing them, if that's what it takes for them to at least speak to me,
I will jack the plug, bro.
That's crazy.
We spent 10 mil on an order and got 10 heavies at 75k per. So we spent 10 mil with him, right? And he still shagged us with the price on the heavies.
mean, overall we paid 47k, but it's 47.6k on average. No, it was 10 mil. It was exactly 10 mil. We got 210 class 2s, which is 47,600 across the board. So
You got finessed. Ain't gonna
definitely
lie.
gave us some cheaper prices on some of the guns, but yeah, that's dumb as I can't lie, because we can definitely.
Blood.
And that also tells me that Apple gets his guns elsewhere too.
Alright, that sounds like he's got a
Maybe directly off
blueprint,
the
bro.
faceless. Or they have a blueprint, yeah, possibly.
Or they've been doing that deal, like they've been getting people rifle bodies already. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? As in for the plug?
Yeah, like they've been getting the bodies for the plug maybe, and that's why they're trying to get them off us so they can keep doing it.
I can't believe that. Bro,
Got
that
40K
plug
a
is
heavy
a
rifle.
professional
It's crazy.
yapper. He definitely, like, the prices weren't that bad, I guess, if you factor in the overall cost. But regardless, it's just the whole, this gun's in testing. Do not lose these to police. It's like,
Yeah, I
bro,
guess they got
what
tested.
do you mean don't lose them to police? A guy named after a fruit can sell them to me for 60k. Yo,
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets them through Cyprus though, you know what I mean? Like if Apple just sells them through Cyprus. They made it, if I'm selling them to people, it's through the Manor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but bro, he's still giving us like gun body trades, like better prices than this offering us for.
well, yeah,
direct
my plug
cash
don't
sale.
offer that. My plug has not once said he would take the shit. And every time I get guns off him, they're 100 quality. So he gets them shit hot off the press.
Maybe they're just double plugged.
Maybe.
Oh, we gotta rob him, bruv. We gotta rob the plug. It goes tits up, it goes tits up. At least he stood up for ourselves when we're getting waffled to by a gun plug. The problem is, though, it is gonna be hard to rob him.
Have you ever met him?
I've met his associates.
But you told me he was going to change up the system.
This drop was supposedly the last drop of its kind, and it was going to change going forward. So yeah, that does potentially mean he might be more robbable.
Maybe that's now why Apple's able to offer this, because changing going forward is this new system that Apple's offering us already.
Well, maybe I'll wait to get a call and see what the f happens then, but
Because he might phone us up and say all of them are 55 per and 35 if you can get me the bodies.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Also, do you want to know my other idea? It was like kind of a broker's mission.
But
kind
even
of,
if he
also
does that,
kind of
yeah,
not.
sorry to interrupt, but even if he does that, yeah, that is still the most inconsistent marketing strategy ever. Because he's told me like 2 weeks before that some gun is proper exclusive and that they're in testing. And then 2 weeks later, he's like, oh yeah, I actually bun that. I'm lowering my prices and I can do you as many of these as you want.
Yeah.
I think Matthew Antov might be the plug.
Nah, mate, you wouldn't be able to reach the bench.
Whoa, who said there's a bench?
The gun bodies.